Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here to the channel. I want to say thank you, guys, for the clicks, the likes, the shares, for subscribe. The subscribers are going, which is good, improving. More people are getting help with this, which is I like to see it. And I want to say thank you for the people who supporting the channel. So, took me a while to figure it out, the upcoming energy, because I had to look at it. There was always something like going on. Of I'm seeing it what it is, but there is another energy that it was pulling, it was calling, and I'm like, okay, I'll take time. I'll take time to understand. I'll take time to look at this. And here is what happened. Because within the astrology, H1 or the first house, it also represents Aries. Okay, H2, all right, that also represents Taurus, as it also is the second house. So when we see in it this energy today, the moon is going to be moving out of this squaring with Jupiter and these unifications with Chiron about this inner child energies. And we're going to be seeing it how the moon is going to be starting, first of all, squaring Mars, then it's going to be start squaring Pluto, squaring the Sun, then squaring Mercury, and we're going to see some overnight. This squares is going to be actually creating lots of issues. I had to look at it pretty much at the energies overnight. Okay, so this is going to be things that are going to be coming into the subconscious things, but we are going to be going at we're going to be looking at into the problems and the solutions in there to the what the terrible twos. That is one of the child is about it's 2 years old. Okay, here is what I give that advice for the people I've been working with about the kids in there. It is about when the child is age of 2. Try not to tell them no, but understand what they want, because what they want is cognitive growth. Okay, what does that mean? For some of the people, the terms cognitive means a lot. It is about learning. Okay, and this learning is coming in there, and that's what they're stubborn. When they want something, they are stubborn because they want to learn it. But without these misunderstandings in there, because that's the age of 2, that is at the time when you getting your emotional maturity, growth, also the nervous system is beginning to mature, because you are touching, you're understanding, you're putting things together. Okay, hi Namira, thank you for coming in. So when they look at this energy, we're going to be going into pretty much this kind of like of age of terrible twos in there, because the moon is going to be moving where? It's going to be moving in Taurus. Lots of things about the material world. This is mine, that's yours. Okay, there's going to be these separations is in there. Another thing, when a Taurus is mad, okay, when the 2-year-old is mad, throwing a tantrums, throwing is everything, and we're going to be seeing it how this new world is affecting us. Imagine you're a soul, you just turn into the to here, you came here, and you're 2-year-old, and you're just like, no, this not gonna have to be like this doesn't have to be like that, that is not gonna have to, and so on and so on, right? You want to be put in this because you start having to develop what? Awareness and desires in there. So try not to be stubborn so much, because the stubbornness within those, this is going to be a lots of triggers, because it triggers how you're going to survive. Okay, now since we are going to go back in there within the energies, this is about don't look at it, that fear of permissions. Don't look at it, all these energies. Thinking about it is like, okay, I cannot act into the new ones. Why? Because I didn't change. Why? Because I did not learn. I didn't learn how to communicate. Mercury, right? I have to approve of this, and then I have to understand, which is going to happen tomorrow. I have to understand love and values. Okay, so this is going to be happening today, and particularly at 7 o'clock in the morning. Those who waking up at 7, hopefully you're not, but if you're waking up at 7, you're going to have this energy of the inner child that it comes in, of that growth of the family patterns. The moon is still going to be squaring Jupiter and squaring the ascendant at the same time that it's opposing Jupiter, and this is going to be this. Finisher off that job from yesterday about working on the inner child. Okay, so this is a moment if some of the people is going to be looking at in there the abandonment. Okay, so imagine you're like let's say 9 months, 10 months old, and all of a sudden you've been abandoned, right? From mom because you're already kind of like a growing up. You start doing it, but when you start getting at the age of 2, what? You start walking and touching everything. You want to learn everything, right? And when they say no to you, you're getting aggravated because you have what? Desires to learn. So with that energy that we are going to be having, this energy actually is going to be continued tomorrow. We're going to see that at 8 o'clock, all these planets, which is Mercury, Pluto, the Sun, Mercury, and Venus, they're all in Aquarius. Very, very beautiful, kind of like a piled up, very beautiful personal transformations. You've seen it, it's coming towards us, you understand it, you're feeling it. Okay? But you're going to facing the fear of acting. Why? Because Mars now it's going to beginning to feel that energy of I don't know what I'm doing. I feel insecure of doing with these new ways. How I'm going to be making it through. How I'm going to live through. How I'm going to survive. Okay, so this is a that how I'm going to be without mom. Can I be on my own? Right? When your mom leave you on by yourself at the crib in there or the playpen, and here is that fear that it comes in, right? But when you look at it right now, you're looking at this pretty much the same conflict in there as you're seeing it. How I'm going to make it into the age of Aquarius? How I'm going to be able to evolve? Okay, and this is why this kind of like a complicated things. I'm trying to give you this perspective in a very simple, understandable way. Hopefully, you guys getting it, and hopefully, this is gonna help you in your life. All right, 9 o'clock. The ascendant is gonna be with Pisces. That's gonna be a squaring the Black Moon Lilith, the shadow side in there. You need to understand in the shadow, you're carrying a lot of things. You may also, as an empath, you're carrying things from other people. You also may be carrying things from past experiences. You need to look at how to purge them out. Okay? You don't need them. You need to travel light. Okay? You need to travel light. All right. The next hour, the ascendant is going to be at Aries. The inner work is going to be at Capricorn. Of course, this is going to be some like, okay, I have unfinished jobs. I need to finish them off. We all have unfinished things that you need to do. Okay. Today, maybe you had a plan, like all the list. I need to do this. You have to do the list, right? And we look at the end of the day. It's like, oh my God, I didn't finish this. I didn't finish that, and so on. Okay. But if you look at it, then it's like, okay, well, the reason I didn't finish it because this and this tomorrow I need to make an arrangement. So you're going to be in peace within yourself, right? But don't allow this energy that comes in because it's going to be putting somewhat pressure. All right. In the next hour at 11 o'clock, we are going to see between 10 and 11 when the ascendant is going to be passing pretty quick. Be mindful about those pretty quick switchings in there, because that can trigger the moon and Chiron pretty quick, and that also can be what? A spark for Mars. Mars is like all you need is just a little bit, and here's the revolutions coming. Mars is where? And Aquarius, the most rebellious sign of all. Okay? And when the Aquarius makes up their mind, is like, I'm putting everything in there. It's for the new, for the future, and I'm not going to back it off. Not gonna have, you can't change that. It's the same thing when a Taurus makes their mind. Is like, you know what, I want to go ahead and learn this. Nobody can stop you. That is that stubbornness. That is a like, I know why I'm doing it. So pay attention to what you have at Taurus and what you have in Aquarius, because this is gonna be that conflict that's gonna be triggering within. All right, here is the energy of 12 o'clock that is going to be helping you, that you need to put everything yourself together. Okay, very beautiful, a great energy. That's going to be the energy of Pluto, who is at the third degree of Aquarius in there. We see that the Mars is at 1 degree, the inner work is at 2 degrees, the Sun is at 5, Mercury is at 8, and Venus is at 10 degrees. So they're all interconnecting together. Okay, they continue traveling is a pack. And here, how is everything that it's gonna be coming in: communications, actions, love and values, transformations, will, which is the Sun, right? That is the will of you are going within the new. But the intuition is afraid because it's learning new things. It's like, I gotta learn at this. I gotta get into it. But I used to know about this material stuff in a one way. Now I have to look at it totally different. Will I be able to survive? And here is that fear that leading back into this 2-year-old. What can I do without mom? Right? What's gonna happen if I don't receive the things that you want? Right? Don't be a baby. Don't be a 2-year-old. All right. 1 o'clock. The inner work is still going to be at Aquarius, going to be pointing out the 150 degrees towards Jupiter. This is going to be the moments of like, hey, go ahead in there and get your divine energies in order. But they have to be divine energies of revising of the situations in the family patterns. And here is how, through this learning, some of you is going to be learning parenting in a different way. Okay? It's like you don't say to the child no. It's like, okay, here, this is a book. Here, this is a cup. Here, this is a bottle. Wherever it is the child wants to learn, he'll be happy to learn, because this is the age of cognitivity, emotional growth that it's coming in. The last thing the child wants to hear is no. Pay attention when you want something that's happened and when you hear no. Are you afraid to hear no? All this is going to be triggered from within you. Okay? All this. All right. 2 o'clock, as the ascendant is going to be at Cancer, divine energies toward all this pack. Okay? Now is this kind of like a feedback from the previous hour. Okay, very beautiful feedback, because this is going to be some the challenges as you see in it in those patterns. Okay, Jupiter is going to be pretty much at the mid-March at Cancer, retrograde. Okay, so don't think about it that right now it's we have pretty much the last week of January. We're going to have the whole February and pretty much the half of March to review those patterns. So if you're thinking it like, oh, I'm not going to review it now, they're going to come back tomorrow. So you better start doing it this. Okay? And this is why this energy that it's coming in. Our dear friend, intuition and focus, because wherever the intuition go, that's where the energies flow. She is already at 27 degrees. It's only like a 4 degrees of exact square with Mars. In there, we're going to feel this energy as the moon, it's pulling off from Chiron. Okay, we're going to start seeing it a little bit, intensity of the actions. You are going to feel like a little bit like on fire, and you're waiting for something, and like what's going on. You're going to have a little bit agitation, nervousness. It's like, oh, what is this? What is that? And you're going to feel this energy. Okay. Because right now you feel like, okay, I'm going to be going into the material world, but I'm going to be survive. All right? I'm going to have to be myself, play with the toys, but I'm not sure I'm going to have some food. Taurus, anybody? You need to understand, Taurus is responsible also for the food, right? For the providing. But also, what do they need? They need to consume, is right? And this is why this energy of understanding how the things has to be happening. All right, well, this is one of the energies I want you to point you out, guys. We're going to be dealing with this energy. Is going to be coming in at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So, what's cooking? Well, here it's the Leo's energies. All right, this is where you develop your own ego. All right, and that energy is going to be a squaring the moon Chiron. The moon is not going to have, pay attention, the moon is not going to have a positive aspect. And now it's beginning this squaring here. Okay, we're going to see this energy all of a sudden rise up. Pay attention, this is the seventh house, partnership. Okay, relationships. Do you have relationships with your mother? Yes, the relationship with your mother will actually reflecting the relationship with your partner. Is the same thing with the father, but currently this is the mother-father's issue because mother and father are beginning to be square, right? First quarter moon, okay, because the moon represents the mother, the sun represents the father. So as we are keeping on going in, and this trigger that is going to be coming in at 5 o'clock, that is going to be coming up more and more as the ascendant is going to be moving into the mid of Leo. That is going to be putting more the pressure into the opposite side, which is Aquarius. And here is how there's like, oh, but I don't want this new thing. I don't want to grow up. I want to be a child. I want somebody to care for me. I need all the attentions. Hello, Leos. You know how that goes, right? Those who are Leo or Leo ascendant, you want that attention, admirations, and others do things for you, right? So this is a natural development in there because you feel like you are the king or the queen, right? You got to have some other people serving you. So with that, the energy is putting the pressure as like, hey, you have to do things and serve others, which is Aquarius. Oops. Conflict. Internal conflict from within. All right, 6 o'clock, the inner work is going to be passing through the moon. This is going to be another trigger in there. Now with that energy, as the moon, it's going to be at 29 degrees, 57 minutes in Aries. This is going to be the last kind of like a degree of, the moments that like you feeling like mom is going to let you by yourself. And it's like you kind of like, I don't want to, I want you to hug me. I want it to be, You see those children, they go towards the parent and they don't let the parent to go to work or get into this and so on. But they have to do something, right? But you don't understand that. But right now is the same thing. You have to let go of the old ways and you have to learn what? New ways of cognitive, new ways of emotional maturity, and new ways of what? Neurological maturity. Okay? And this is what is going to happen because this energy is going to be triggering the so-called outburst. Okay? Those tantrums and those emotional swings all of a sudden, right? You get them from when you were a 2-year-old. Okay, you don't remember him too much, but you got him there, right? All right. The next hour we're going to see the inner work is going to be towards Uranus, so the things is going to be kind of like a calm down, but the ascendant goes into Virgo. This is this yacht we are talk about between Saturn, Neptune, and everybody else. It's divine time for you to get over this stuff. Okay, it's time for you to put the things in perspective and act as an ancient, act as the future. Stop acting as in the past. Okay, you have a future to go. We all have a future to go, and now we are blessed with these energies that are in Aquarius. You might not realize it now. You might gonna realize it in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Take a look what you have in Aquarius. Learn first your natal chart. Because if you don't understand your natal chart, you will never understand even if it's explained to you by astrologer, your progressive chart. Your progressive chart is the day you are born. If you're age of 1, you move it 1 day ahead. If you are 50, you move it 50 days ahead. When you look at those two charts, where are you standing at? You will see the certain things you never understood. Why? All right. 8 o'clock. The inner work it's going to be at Gemini. This is going to put some pressure in the past and the future, of course. This is going to be squaring the knots. You're going to like a lot of the duality, right? Shame if I do, shame if I don't. To be or not to be. All this, all of a sudden, it just blocks everything within you, and you're like, what should I do? Look in one place that most of the people don't look for it. That is going to be the shadow. How do we know this, Mr. Leo? Well, here, how you know? Here is the inner work, right? She squaring the knots, and she is opposing the shadow. But the moon in the shadow, beginning on 150 degrees aspect. The moon, it's already at Taurus, and we're going to see all those triggers here, right? So if you pay attention to the moon, to your emotions, guess what? These things is not going to work right. So you have to go to the shadow, and from the shadow resolve the conflicts that you have within you, the personal conflict that you got. Where did you got them? How did you got them? Where did you develop them? 2-year-old? Yeah, probably. All right. 9 o'clock. This is going to be the ascendant. Is going to be still going into Virgo. Divine energies is going to be with Chiron. The divine energies with the moon and Lilith is going to be starting increasing. The moon is at 1 degrees and Lilith is at 4. So you're going to feel like, okay, I have to go more within my shadow. I have to go and see my abilities and capability to express emotions, how I'm going to be doing it, all this. What is my growing process is going to be. But you're going to feel what? The frustrations. Why? Because the new ways asking to be doing it, things in the material world different ways. It's the same thing like this little baby, it's 2-year-old. It doesn't really know how yet to perform. You're going to be frustrated. And that resulting in these emotional situations and resulting of these tantrums. Okay? All right? And when you just try to put them into the crib or put them into the playpen and they're like, man, this defiance in there. And you're like, woman, what should I do? Well, they want to learn things. This is why it's critical to spend time in a way. Okay? But this is also to explain. Okay, here is the book. Here, I'm going to give you one book. Here is a book. Let's go look at it. Right? You cannot be this constant attentions in there because the Aries energy of constant attention, it's still what? Working. Okay? By the way, you're developing this attention-seeking codependence of age of 1. All right, 11 o'clock. This is going to be the energy as the ascendant is going to be at Libra. There is going to be a squaring Jupiter in there. We're going to see some more of these energies is coming in as the moon and vortex is going to be coming in together. Some of the subconscious pattern is going to be start open it up. Okay? And when they start open it up, what is the emotional swings? Okay? You go from the one side to the other side. Okay? You have a rapid emotional outburst. You can laugh on it, and when they hear something, it's all of a sudden, right? So this is two opposite energies. So now with these energies, we're going to be seeing it, energies towards Mars, towards the Sun, Mercury, Pluto, and so on and so on. All these triggers is going to be coming in. But when you look within the shadow, it's like, wait a minute, I can learn something. I have to be a self-learner. Those who have, particularly, you have a Mars at Taurus, you're self-acting into the material world. Okay? If you have the moon in Taurus, if he has a good positive aspect, you already know the intuitions how to put the things in perspective. Some of the people who know how to deal with money, how to deal with the earth, and so on, they have a very beautiful moon. Okay? But if you have a moon, there is a negative aspect in there, you end up in trouble in the material world. Take a look at what you have in Taurus, but also look at it, your second house. Okay? Take a look at your second house. All right, well, this is was the astrogravitational report, but I'm going to be giving you a little bit more because I digged it up, things a little bit in a bigger way. 12 o'clock, this is going to be the energy of the ego when it's going to come in. Have to be a very kind of like a psychologically strong and strength, because this energy of Leo is going to be directly oppositions of everything that goes on here and with the moon. Okay, this energy will affect your progress. Okay, this is because he did not receive something, he didn't got something, he did not the things doesn't go your own way, and so on, and you are like, you know what, I'm calling it quit. I don't like this, I don't want this. And that's how you're heading up to what? Failure. Okay? All right? So that's how the things beginnings to be really crazy. And what else was? I think that's what pretty much it. And I'm going to be giving you for 26th, okay, for 26th at 7 o'clock. The moon is going to be at 7 degrees, which is going to be past the exact square within the sun. She's going to be heading out to exact square later on with Mercury and Venus. But we're seeing it on the day is how these actions, improper actions in there, can lead us to transformations in a good way if you went through the shadow. But that is also, we are going to be getting what? We are going to be getting it on new things that are going to be helping out, because now the North Node, it's going to be sextiling the moon. Basically, the future is going to tell you, look deeper, look differently, look within your spirit, evolve your spirit, let the spirits talk into you. There's going to be a Saturn and Neptune, which Saturn is going to be stopping you for this crazy doing things strong, and Trump is going to be focusing you in the positive way, which is what? Cognitive evolution, the new ways of thinking. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. I want to say thank you for the coming here. Thank you for the clicks, the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and come back tomorrow for another astrogravitational report. Much love to you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Jolene.